Okay, wow, we're back, folks. It is Monday, June 30th, and what a day it is. So much going on across the world. Crazy news, good news, bad news, all kinds of news. Jesus, where to start even? I'll start domestically. There's some trouble on the horizon. There's some hope on the horizon. And then we'll go internationally to Russia and Ukraine and Azerbaijan, which is really crazy things are happening there, Serbia and Georgia. So hopefully I can pin those in my brain to come back to them. Domestically, all right. The Big Beautiful Bill, so stupid name. It's labeled that because he's saying that this is his entire agenda on a single Big Beautiful Bill. He's saying this is everything. This is his Hail Mary. This is his this is the defense of Kyiv kind of 22. I don't mean to diminish or minimize the real threat and danger that the invasion of Kyiv in 2022 was, but it has that kind of feel. If we can neutralize this, we can stop his whole advance in a major way. It's the codification of all of the Doge cuts, the expansion of ICE, Medicare, Medicaid cuts, tax cuts for the wealthy, shifting of wealth from the middle and lower class to the uber wealthy. A lot of bad things in the bill, but it's struggling. Thom Tillis came out as a no against the bill. Trump attacked him, but Tillis told Trump he's going to resign. So Tillis is resigning from office. Not resigning. He's not going to seek re-election, which is, I mean, it's a delayed resignation, I guess. Whatever. That's a huge pickup opportunity for Democrats. That changes the calculus of the Senate battleground. Democrats need to win four. They need to net 4 seats to take control of the House in the midterms. This was a prime pickup for them, opportunity for them already. This gives them a real shot, especially if Roy Cooper wins. And if Laura Trump runs on the Republican side, it's going to be bad for Republicans, I think. General Don Bacon, the House Republican from Nebraska, formally announced today that he is also not running for re-election. Another moderate who is saying, I'm done. I'm out, Donald Trump. Done with this. I don't know if he's going to vote against more stuff in the future. He kind of is a little Trumpy, I guess, but he's at least got a little bit of an independent streak. We'll see. Susan Collins is apparently leaning no right now against the bill, unless it changes. We'll see. A lot of the amendments that Democrats have proposed that Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski signed on to be able to pass the bill have been rejected by the Senate Republicans. Maybe there are 2 votes. I don't know. If this goes down, it's a massive defeat for Trump. It's a massive setback to his agenda. This bill would fund ICE by 15 times what it currently funds at. It would give them 10,000, I'm going to call them soldiers, on the streets, which is bigger than the FBI, or bigger than the Marines or something, or the FBI, something like that. It's a lot, and it would be bad. There's already people being abducted from our streets and killed in our ICE detention centers right now by our U.S. government. So this would stop that from happening quite so bad. They're still going to try to do that, but this would chop a leg out from underneath them. And that would be undeniably good. If we do that, it also fractures MAGA's base, his coalition, further. And it proves that it's not as strong as we like to imagine it. Just like any strong man or whatever authoritarian party, they project strength, but they're not really that strong. MAGA they're ditching Trump over the Iran bombing, and of course that bombing did not go as well as he made it out to be, and there's lots of intelligence coming out now saying that. So MAGA is really pissed off at him because he ran on the platform of no more endless wars. So this bill has 60% disapproval rate. That's insane in these times. People are saying enough Donald Trump. Things I worry about is, the takeover of elections or something, but there's no mechanism in our government for that to happen. He maybe could intimidate people with violence. Just yesterday, there was an arsonist in Idaho who set fire to a wilderness, and when the firefighters came out, he assassinated 2 of the battalion chiefs. So more domestic terrorism that we're having to deal with. Heavy stuff. But let's get to some more good news. Internationally, Ukraine continues to kick Russia's ass. Russia has said in the last few days that they are entering a recession. If they are admitting that, things are very bad for them. Putin, I guess today, said he's decreasing the amount of military funding he's allocating. You don't do that unless you're losing, and you can't pay for it. People have been saying that the economy in Russia is going to crash for a little while. It might be here. If the U.S. Congress passes the sanctions bill, that would crush them. They would be over. It would be done. And if Russia goes away, that's a big deal. Let's examine that thought some more. Azerbaijan today raided the Russian state television channel in Azerbaijan. They're rejecting Russia. Their government is saying we are not beholden to Russia and Putin anymore. This all started back in December when Russia shot down one of Azerbaijan's passenger planes, I believe, on Christmas Day, I think. So there have been a lot of other developments in that too. Azerbaijan the president or whoever, the leader of the country, did not go to Russia's Victory Day parade back on May 9th, I think. There was something else that happened too that they said no. So add that to a growing list of international crises for Russia right now, and you have the recipe for another collapse of the Eastern Bloc, I guess. Let's keep going on this line. Iran is powerless. I mean, our bombing did not go as well for them as, people would have hoped, or whatever. But Iran has they don't have air superiority over their own skies, and they're not going to get it back anytime soon. Their allies, Hezbollah and Hamas, are decimated. They can't help Iran. Russia cannot help Iran. Russia is I think they're not sending equipment that they promised to Iran because they need it because Ukraine's kicking their ass. So Iran is out. It's the Russia, Iran, China, North Korea axis. And Donald Trump contributed to the pounding of Iran. I don't know, whatever. That's Russia's ally. Donald Trump thinks he's Russia's buddy. He's Putin's buddy. So he's getting some cognitive dissonance, and he's finding that there's a lot of support for pounding these bad guys, these actual bad guys. The discussion of the bombing in Iran is another topic. I'm not going to get into it. I have thoughts. But Iran's out. Iran is not. Russia can't help Iran, and Iran cannot help Russia anymore. Half of Iran's missile silo, 3,000, were destroyed. They're down to 1,400 now, 1,440 or something. They can't help Russia anymore. Let's keep going. There's more. Syria. If you'll remember, Syria fell in 10 days or whatever, and Assad is hiding in Russia, in Moscow. Russia couldn't help Syria anymore. Syria can't help Russia. What this also means, Russia has lost access to the Syrian ports and the naval bases in, I think, the Baltic Sea or something, Mediterranean something. I can't remember. My geography is not great. And then combine that with Iran's fall, and Russia can't get down into the Hormuz Strait and whatever that body of water is down there. Russia's losing global influence in droves. It's just shedding global influence as we speak. I hope that Russia collapses soon. If that does, I think that drastically improves the global security position and lets us focus on other very important issues that we need to face. If Europe can arm Ukraine, the United States is having a lot of problems right now. Europe has to arm Ukraine and just help them any way they can. We're dealing with our own very severe problems in the U.S., but we're trying to deal with them, and we're having some success. If Russia's defeated, it helps us win. So those are a lot of thoughts. I think that kind of recaps most things. We'll see how things go. God bless everybody. Signing off.